Hey guys, welcome to my sketchbook tour. I'm going to be touring sketchbook number 5. So let's get into it. Start off with is the first page. It's me, like a year ago, sitting on the floor of some random red room. Got my goals here, which is draw more underrated OCs, draw more character interactions, try not to leave unfinished art, and to continue to work on backgrounds. I can read. The sticker I got from a friend. They gave it to me. I don't know who the artist is. This one I took with somewhat permission from somebody. They didn't care. Some FNAF stickers I've had for years, and like a stamp. I started this July 20th, 2021, and I finished it June 12th, 2022. Here we got a redraw of Damien, which is now a year and a half old. At this time it was like half a year old. And then this really old drawing of Charlotte and M that I redrew as well. Some more doodles. I drew Seth in one of his old outfits because he got redesigned a while back. So, and then young Damien. And I got this idea. This became a digital drawing, but I got it on the bus, and so I scribbled it down real quick, like down here, and then I made a better version of it on like some notebook paper because I couldn't help it. And then I drew Ethan and Noah in the kitchen, and then I messed up his face, and I didn't feel like finishing it. I drew Shadow in Gerard's Black Parade outfit because that's just a sketchbook tradition at this point. Some cats that are absolutely cursed. This is a drawing of Anthony and Ryan chillin'. Shadow with his scythe, more doodles. It's mostly Evan and Zach. Character design that I didn't really go anywhere with. I drew some YouTubers, Corpse, Wilbur, and Rambo, and then I drew Noah's little sister, not Noah, gosh, Evan, no, not Evan, Ethan's sister, in their kitchen, and their pet raccoon, Mr. Chonk, because he's a chonky boy. This was a painting I started of Seth that I didn't finish. So I just taped it in here, thinking that I would finish it if I put it in here. I didn't. I didn't even touch it. Some Damien drawings. I love this one. It's so good. An unfinished Seth and a Shadow drawing. I almost said Anthony. I made this character in math class because I was bored, and I'll show you what he started off as. Start off as this. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, and my friend drew these. I changed Ethan's hair because it was kind of dyed, but I didn't feel like it fit anymore. It's a painting that I did of Ethan in the bathroom. And then I painted my shoes with acrylic because I wanted to try acrylic some more. Fan art ideas. It's when Ben and Matt from Project 863 had that conversation in the parking lot. A redraw that I never finished. Oh, I drew Toga because I was trying to get a feel of her design for a drawing I was making for somebody as a present, so. But this was the birth of Salem, I think is their name. So, yeah, they don't look like this as much anymore. They have pants, and their shirts, their undershirts slightly different. This was a redraw that I never finished. I liked the idea, I just didn't finish it because I got lazy. This was the start of Inktober. Day 1 was Crystal, Day 2 was Suit, and I did the Suit day, and then I did a bonus because I just like drawing suits. They're fun. Day 3 was Vessel, and at the time I was reading the Full Metal Alchemist manga, so I drew Al because technically he is a vessel, like the suit is technically a vessel. I redid Day 4 because I didn't like it originally, so I did a worm on the string instead of an actual knot. So my friend from school drew these. Zach and Evan drawing Day 5 of Inktober, which was Raven, and I drew Salem with a raven. I really like this page. I like the colors, so I'm kind of sad I didn't do more of it, but maybe I will in my next sketchbook. Day 6, I can read, which was Spirit, Damien Doodle. I drew Seth right here in some platform boots and a hoodie. I should actually redo this because I gave him Shadow's old hoodie. Well, canonically, Shadow gave it to him, not me. But some Damien drawings. I changed Anthony's jacket at this point. Oh, this is a younger Dean painting. That's right, young Dean. Drawing my friend did. My friend had asked me to design them in OC, and I started on it, and I completely forgot about it. So if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I really am. I drew Seth in an apron, though. I started rereading Heroes of Olympus, and there was some really old drawings of Leo that I did back when I was reading it the first time in like 2019, and they were cursed. Well, one of them was okay, but that was back when I was like trying to find what style I wanted to do for people. So it was not great. Let's just say that the original of this one needed to be burned and sacrificed. I got 100 followers on Instagram, so I made a little drawing saying thank you. This drawing that I never finished. And then I made a new character, which I haven't even used, so, you know. I did an evolution of Seth because he has changed a lot over the past 2 years. Dang, time flies, man. Just some more outfit ideas for that character. I like this one, even though I can't really see it. And then that character is supposed to be in Ethan and Noah's universe, but I haven't really done that. So, just more doodles. I drew Frank because love him. It's like him and Leo are my favorites. They're like a tie. Just some drawings of Sean and Jason. I kind of wish I didn't color this one with pencils because I really liked the sketch of it. But yeah, this currents and then their youngers. This was around the time of Damien's birthday, so I drew him with a cake and a party hat. I drew Sean with Shadow Scythe because, yeah, if it was finished, it would have looked cooler, but it kind of doesn't look that cool. It wouldn't have looked, whatever. I did this in my last sketchbook, sketchbook 4. I drew some of my characters, like these 4 characters, I can count, like out to just draw them, I guess, and I colored them, and I wanted to do it again, but didn't finish. Some more drawings, obviously. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it's of Anthony with his wings because he's a special boy, and him with his wings design changes, and I need to figure out how. Not how. Yes, how. I need to figure out how to explain it better. So, and then I drew Seth cooking because he knows how. I drew Seth like trying to crawl out of a window because why not, you know? And I never finished it, even though I wanted to. Cause like I make these like detailed backgrounds, and then I get too scared to paint them because I'm scared I'm gonna mess them up. I've gotten better about it. Now it's more of I just don't feel like it than anything. But this is a little thing that I made of Seth getting a haircut. I didn't line this one and color it because this part because I didn't like how Shadow looked and I didn't feel like fixing it. But yeah, Shadow is like, you need to get a haircut. Your hair looks like a bird's nest. And Seth is like, my hair's fine, man. And then it's also in a weird order, but then it cuts to Ryan, and Seth is saying, no, Ryan's saying, you sure you want for me to cut your hair? Not Shadow. Seth's like, Shadow said he'd give me $100 if I cut it. So she cuts it, he gets $100. Another background, because they're fun to draw, and I need to get better at like putting details into them, because I run out of ideas of what to put in them. I made another math class character. I drew Ryan and Anthony being cute. This is like a self-portrait, and it actually really helped with figuring out the way the face works, even though most of the face is covered. It was there at one point. Just more. This is the halfway page, and the halfway was December 7th, 2021. And so this time I drew myself in that weird red room with stuff that I gathered between the start of the sketchbook and at that point, because why not, you know, with just some of my art supplies. This was a redraw from sketchbook number 4, and I really liked the drawing, so I redrew it in here, and I still really like it. I drew Mirio because I love Mirio. He's my favorite. He's just so lighthearted and such a happy guy. I got the idea to give Anthony glasses, which I decided not to do because I suck at drawing glasses and I already don't draw him that much. Decided against that. This was around Christmas time. I drew Shadow in like a Christmas sweater, and Seth wearing like a Santa hat, holding a mistletoe. And I guess he's trying to get Shadow to kiss him. We love that. This is a painting. She is really pink, actually, now that I look at this. Anyways, this is a painting I did of Ryan, and she's really pink. All of these are really pink, except for Seth. I painted their eyes, because why not? And it's not finished. I didn't finish Shadows. But yeah, they're all really pink. And Seth, because they're all really pink, Seth looks darker than what he actually is. Or I'm just really bad at color mixing, and I messed up on Seth's eyes anyways. I drew these right before I slightly changed what he looks like when he has his wings, and I was going to paint that, but then I changed it, so I never did. I think I was going to paint this, but I never did. Doodles, testing some pens, some shadow doodle. This was the first time I drew the redesigned Jackson design, so that's nice. And then I drew them together at a little lake fishing, and never finished it. So, and then I got COVID. I called these the math class gang because actually it's just 2 of these characters that I made in math class. So they're not the math class gang, but that's when I drew them the most, because math class was boring and all we did was take notes and then take a test, and it was awful. I decided to change Damien's hair. I did not decide to do that in the end. After like months of figuring out what his hair could be like, I didn't do it. So yeah, that was a waste of time and energy and hassle. So, I got an ad on Instagram for like these outfits, and it was like 4 in a row. And so I took a screenshot of it, and I'm like, I'm gonna draw that as these guys and girl. So that was fun. I really like how Shadow came out. I drew Andrew and Arthur because I haven't drawn them at all. Their story is kind of abandoned. Mitochondria is powerhouse of the cell because yeah. And then Shadow's like, are you okay? I found this song. I can't remember who it's by, but I think it's called A Sadness Runs Through Him. It could be called that, or that could just be like a lyric from it. Yeah. And then I drew Anthony, and he cut his hair. which is canon now, actually. At the time it wasn't. I wasn't sure if I would make it canon, but it's canon. So Anthony has short hair now. It's slightly shorter than what this is because I imagined that he had to go and get it fixed because he probably didn't do a very great job. So, this drawing of Ryan that I did and painted when I should have been working on a painting for a school project, but wasn't, because I had been working on it for literally weeks now at that time and wanted to take a break, so I did. Doodles, I designed Shadow's, like, outer top part, because, like, you know, he's royal, and he needed one, because sooner or later I was going to have to stop drawing him in just a dress shirt. And this is where I changed. I really actually didn't change it all that much. Damn, okay. Drawings that I didn't finish, and doodles for something. Some Seth drawings, because yes, I don't really like this one that much. I don't like the colors. It doesn't look as good as it could. This one, I kind of wish I got this back part darker, because the contrast of the shadows would have looked nicer. But I do like how the lighting came out, so I guess I can't complain too much. Some hand drawings. I got into a Beetlejuice phase. So I've been listening to the Beetlejuice album a lot, and then I got inspired to draw fan art. Not fan art, well, fan art in my sketchbook. This is from Friday Their Lives, like, inspired. This is from the Deo song where Lydia's yelling Beetlejuice, 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 and then he appears. And then this is from the whole being dead thing, part 2. And then this is from Friday Their Lives as well. And then I watched Mark play Bad End Theater, and I loved it. And so I drew Tragedy, and I drew the actors. The hero, the maiden, the overlord, and the underling. And I love them all, because they're adorable. There's a little backstory to this one. So originally this was a painting I was doing for a school project, and it was originally done in watercolor, but my teacher had given me a canvas board, and so the watercolor wasn't watercoloring basically on it, and I was really sad about that because I really wanted the watercolor look. And so she was like, oh, take some acrylic and paint over it to fix it. And so I was really salty about it. So I was like, well, if I can't have this in watercolor on this painting, I'm gonna redraw it in my sketchbook so I can at least have a version of it that I am happy with. Which, once I finished it, my opinion changed, and I really do like the painting a lot. I drew some Sean and Jason art of, like, them when they were younger because they're just so cute. And then this is a redraw from sketchbook number 4, and I love this drawing. It is my favorite. I don't know how I did it, but I love it, and that's all that matters. This is technically not a redraw, but also at the same time kind of a redraw, because something like this is like this far up. It was like a drawing of Kyle and those lyrics, so I redrew it with pencils, and I really like it. And then I drew Ryan with her new style, new look in color pencils. My friend drew on this page. If it weren't for the fact that my friend was drawing on these pages, I probably wouldn't have finished as soon as I did. Fan art idea. This was at the end of, like, right at the end of season 3, where it was revealed that Matt was being controlled by Nelson, Cyphus, woo! And it was the whole, like, strike 3 thing, so I was like, I'm gonna draw that, and never did. And then this was a drawing that I did of a picture that I took on Halloween, no, the day before Halloween, because I got a plague mask and a plague doctor hat, because I was gonna be a plague doctor, even though they didn't have an actual costume that fit me. So I bought a cloak and was like, oh, this will work. And then I realized that that's not what they wore, but it got the point across, you know. I looked scary still. I did this drawing of, like, this classroom I was in with some pens. This was, like, all the way in the back corner that I was not in. I was all the way near the front door. But I did this all with pen, and then I went over it with watercolor. drawing of Shadow. These next few drawings were originally planned as like I was gonna age these 4 up from like 19 to 22, with Anthony being from 18 to 21, because Ryan, Seth, and Shadow are like late in the year birthdays, so their birthdays are like after September 1st, and Anthony's, I imagine, isn't. I actually don't know his birthday. The only one that I do know is Shadow's birthday, and his birthday is October 31st, and him and Seth are both Scorpios, and Ryan is a Virgo, and I don't know what Anthony is at all. So, but yeah, these were their age up designs. I decided to not do that because really I just wanted to change Ryan's design, so I just changed her design. They are no longer 19, they're like 20, yeah, except for Anthony. Anthony is 19. Their other forms, except for Shadow, that's just his original. Redraw from Sketchbook 4, inspired by a song, don't remember the name of the song. Anyways, drew Seth in hoodie and stockings, not stockings, fishnets. These were coloring design for a project for school. It was like an animation storyboard. It's basically a comic, and whew, that sucked so much. I really like it, but also at the same time, I'm like, eh. I wanted to do more with it, but I couldn't because the paper I had was not liking the watercolor, and I sure as heck was not doing it in color pencil, because I don't have that kind of patience. So, and then this is a redraw that I never finished, because I didn't feel like it. Shadow drawing, didn't finish it. Like the idea though, so I may do it like digitally, just because I can. This drawing of Seth that I did, the legs are kind of wonky, but I still really like it because the perspective is very interesting. Not perspective, but like the foreshortening. So, and then more Seth, because yes. Drawing I didn't finish. Younger Seth. Before, these are both before he met Shadow. Before he moved. So, yeah. Damien. I really love this one. I like this one. I just think the hair is a little weird from here down. Just don't mind the hair. It looks good. Drawings of young Seth, not Seth, young Jason. Seth is still young. Jason is not. Because he's fun to draw. And I didn't draw him that much back when he was young. So I'm making up for lost time. And this is fan art for Project X63, my first finished fan art, and it was great. I love it. But yeah, it's Scott in the vault. So yeah. I drew Seth in Shadow's old hoodie, because it's now Seth's hoodie. This is a Seth drawing that I did that I was gonna paint, but didn't. So, this is Kyle and Jackson. I don't know where this idea came from, it just kind of popped in my head, so I drew it because I needed to fill pages. So, yeah, I like how the lighting came out a lot. This is a redraw of like something that was in my last sketchbook. I mean, sketchbook 4. It was like expressions that I drew, but I drew them with Shadow because they fit him for the most part. So, yeah. These 4 I like the most. These 3, they're okay. Some Damien drawings. I cut this one out because I really liked it too much to leave it, since it was like the end of the sketchbook. I didn't like this one at first, but looking at it now, I kind of do like it. I just feel like his hair is a little messy. Not messy, but weird. And this was a redraw of the redraw from the beginning of the sketchbook. And his face, I messed it up. So, yeah. I can explain this. So, I asked my friend, what should I draw? And she said, draw Sean, because you don't draw him enough. And I was like, okay. And so, I was like, well, what should I draw him like? And she said, in a skirt or a dress. And I said, then send me something, because she's better at finding that kind of stuff. So she sent me this outfit, and she said draw him with the rose too. So I did, and it's beautiful, and he looks lovely. This little doodle of Jason with just like absolutely loving him. So, and it's the final page. I finished it off with me and my friend and a bad drawing of Dean, and I wrote this. I wrote it's finally done to fill space. So yeah, back in that red room, I drew more, and I added the start, the midway, and the finish dates, which I finished it June 12th, 2022. The only thing that's really new is these little tiny things here, and the plant, even though I already had the plant in the last one, and then these folders back here. These are from my art class, from the past school year that I finished, because I got both of my portfolios back. So yeah. And here are my goals. Draw more underrated OCs. Kinda, not really though, so I didn't give myself that one. Draw more character interactions. Didn't really do that, so I didn't give myself that one. Try not to leave unfinished art. If you don't count the pencil sketches that are finished for the most part, then I'd say so. You know, they're at a point of where I'm happy with them for being, you know, they are a character and you can see who they are, so it's not just some random body. So I gave myself that one because that didn't really happen that much. And continue on backgrounds, and I did that pretty well in the sketchbook. So I finished in 328 days, or 10 months, and 24 days. And then more stickers, woo! These are from a store. This is from a package of cupcakes that my friend brought to school because it was her birthday. Different friend from the one I drew in the last page, next to last page. A sticker for a trash can because I went in and bought it and I took the sticker off of it and I kept the sticker. This rainbow that says love is love, but the middle came off because my book bag absolutely destroyed this sketchbook. So I just put a piece of paper fixing it. Some of these things. And then this sticker that I found barely stuck to the bottom of my desk that I was sitting at, so I stole it. So, and the spine is destroyed because of my book bag. So, for anyone who's curious, this was a Artist Loft sketchbook that I got off of Amazon, and I liked it. The only thing wrong with it was, again, the spine fell apart. And it did detach from here. But that's probably just because I had it in my book bag with like heavy textbooks because of my English teacher. Anyways, yeah. Bye.